I think it's difficult because you are expected to sort of console someone and help them through that, but then it's sort of like, who do you talk to? And I know for a long time I felt like I had to keep that all in. It was like I had to keep that on my shoulders, and that really didn't bode well for me, and really that affected my A levels more than it should have. And I was really lucky to have people to talk to, but actually I was bringing a lot of people's issues, like my whole family's issues, onto my shoulders, when really that's a lot at 16. And I look back and I think, like, how did I manage to do my exams, my A levels? How did I manage to carry on? And actually, now I look, there was a lot of damage to me. I was tired all the time. I was very irritable. I was snappy to everyone, and then that impacted me because I was isolated then, and it was really difficult because it all has like an impact. So it's just. It is sort of like recognising when you need to look after the carer, like who cares for the carer. Again, because I didn't think that I needed to talk to anyone. That was what I was supposed to do, even though a lot of people still think young carers, they shouldn't be doing that. But I know that if there was help out there, I would still help, because that is my role as my family kind of thing. That's my role to take care of my family, even though it should be the other way around. My mum and dad should be looking after me. It's kind of like, no, I'm part of this family, I need to step up and do it. So it's kind of like I felt the independence in there, but I felt like I also need to stay independent. I didn't need any help. So obviously with the young carers helping me and like talking me through stuff and going, actually no, it's okay to talk to someone, it's okay to have down days, it's okay to break down and maybe need to step back from it a bit. And that was really difficult for me to recognise, that I needed that maybe just like 2 days break. But now I feel like I can go, okay, right, my 2 days off, these are for me, and then I'll carry on. And it's learning to recognise when you need to stop. And it's not stopping your caring role, it's about taking some time for you. So, even just like reading a book, watching a film, binge watching a series, like that is just so good for your mental health. And I think just recognising those things, that people who are young carers, especially going through exams, sort of GCSE A level, sort of maybe 15 to 18, I think they're really at risk of not knowing when to stop. Because I didn't stop, and obviously it didn't hinder me because I'm at university doing really well, but I could have been a lot happier and a lot healthier throughout that time as well. It's just difficult to know, really. There's not a lot of consideration around mental health and the well-being of young carers. Generally, it is about how their caring role physically impacts them, so with whether they're able to get up and go to school, rather than what's actually going on inside their head. So I think it is really important to start considering that, especially with the shift in mental health and social media. They have found that a lot of young carers are struggling within themselves. I'm not saying anything. A lot of the young carers who look after someone, it is a physical disability as well. So sort of the mental health gets ignored. So we need to be looking after the carers, sort of like who cares for the carers. Some people just think, I'm just being dramatic or I'm just having an off day, when actually something further going on. So it's just important to consider that. I think when you get up in the morning you're tired as well, and I think a lot of people consider that being a teenager. You get up and you're tired, but no, it's different. If you're constantly tired and you just think, right, I need to pull my socks up and get on with it. Even if you don't go out a lot, because I didn't go out a lot, I was talking to less and less people, even just through my phone. I was kind of like, it seemed really silly, but if you were to look through, I'd not spoken to people that I didn't need to talk to. It's hard to notice because you think, no, they're busy, you know what I mean? But it's not. It's done for a reason. You pull yourself back from those situations, even down to my family. I was talking less to my family. I was in bad moods, and it's really difficult to notice whether you're just being a stroppy teenager or actually there's something else going on. And I noticed I was a lot more emotional as well, and I was just crying all the time. It's horrible. And you just need to sort of notice, okay, take a good look at yourself and go, right, I'm not okay. That is fine. It's completely fine. You just need to learn when to stop before you go down, and you can't bring yourself back, because I don't think if I would have got to that point I wouldn't have salvaged my A levels and my GCSEs and that. You just need to keep an eye on it, because when it gets to a point and you're going to crash, there's nothing you can do. You just need to take some time for yourself. A lot of the one-to-one counselling, especially with people like Annie and Phil as well, even if it's just something really silly like, I've got this assignment, got this homework, I'm really stressed out about it, that can be the breaking point, because a lot of young carers can deal with the caring, it's the schoolwork, the working, you know what I mean? So yeah, I've mainly done the one-to-one support, which I found really, really useful. I would really recommend everything that Young Carers offers, because I didn't know about them, and actually they've eased a lot of the pressure. Even just talking, having a general chit chat. Like whenever I see Annie at events like this, she's like, "How are you doing?" You know what I mean? And that's really nice to check in with someone, have someone that you know that if you're struggling, you can turn to. I think young carers need to actually recognise that they do need help. They have worries about, are they going to turn out like their family, and some of them are unwell as well, so they need to make sure that they're looking after themselves. And yeah, I really recommend young carers because they're just great.